We are getting ready to go live. Forgive me, I was in there just running my mouth talking, and I looked at the time and I had like 45 minutes. What's going on with my hair? And then I looked again. Well, let me share it first. And then I looked again, and it said like 11:03. I was like, oh my goodness, I totally was supposed to. Okay, let me share this to you guys. I think that's how I did it the last time. Oh, you're here. Okay, you can see me. Perfect. Hi there. Hi, guys. Oh my goodness. I was wondering if you could see me. I was like, oh my gosh. I. Hola, buenas noches. Hi. I'm good. You know what? I've been just like waiting all this time. Hey. Oh my goodness, there's so many of you guys. So I was like waiting all this time for you guys to like hop on and get in there, and it was like 3 hours or 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour. There was like 45 minutes. And so I felt like, okay. And then the next thing I looked, I was like, oh my goodness. I'm 3 minutes late. So anyway, hi. Welcome. Shalom. Come on in, guys. We are just gonna chit chat and talk and see how we're doing, what's going on. Just have a moment of just really encouragement, just to come and share all the things that are going on, what's happening in your life. Let me know how are the challenges going. Let me know what challenges are you having. How can I pray for you? How can I encourage you? Like, how can I motivate you guys? How can I walk with you? What's going on? Let's talk about it. Um, let's talk about what's on your hearts on tonight. So let me go to the comments and see and greet everybody and love on everybody. Hello, Lady Felicia and Princessa. And then Mrs. Ryan, hey there. Heavenly, Mariah, hey. Lady Norma, Shanice. Oh, at home with Troy. Good evening. So everybody is just coming on in, and thank you. Just loving on each other. So I realized that I posted in the main page, and that's absolutely fine. The more the merrier. So the way we do this is normally we just hop on here and everybody just talks and shares how they're feeling and what's going on, and we have some nice conversations. So what we talking about tonight? You guys know how we do. What we talking about? Did everybody have a great week? Did everyone have rest? Do you guys have plans for this weekend? I'd love prayers or TOL. What is TOL, love? At home with Troy says, I love prayers TOL. What is TOL? Okay, Felicia says, I am feeling like I am falling in. Oh, where's my book? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me write down. This is the wrong book. But let me see if I can write down some of the things that we are talking about. Um, all right. Let me see. Well, let's go back to I love prayer or tips for my low energy lately. Sorry. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. So low energy. I think that's really common for this time of the season too. Okay, and then for Felicia, I'm feeling like I'm failing in almost everything. Housework, kids, taking care of myself. I don't know where to start. Oh no. So did you find the challenges that were in the group? Have you been doing the things that are in the challenges? Like, are they helping you? Are they helpful? Did you get to see it yet? Did you get to download it yet? You should message me in the community so we can talk more about this. But I will say that you're not the only one that is I'm sorry, I'm trying to look a little bit nicer for you guys, for you ladies. You're not the only one feeling like that. In fact, I was literally, that's what I was kind of talking to my husband about, like um how I felt like this week was an interesting week. Like I felt like it was just harder. I felt like it was hard to get some things done, like that things that typically are a little bit easier. I felt like it was a little bit harder. So I want to encourage you, if you feel like you're failing, like you don't know where to start. Like, I think the first part is just to Shabbat Shalom. I think the first thing is just to, okay, no, not yet. I'll see if I can tag you in this. You can see it. I think the first thing is just to breathe, right? Like, just breathe. Know that you're not alone. Know that He's got you. Like, that's the first part. And then let me tell you what I literally just did for my own self. And I pretty much do this like all the time. It's funny, Jax. I was actually thinking about talking more about planning because I really think that is the key to getting, like, the way my brain works. It really is the key. Like, it's not pretty. I don't have pretty handwriting. It's not all stickered and glittered, but it's real life. And so, like, I really just dump it all seriously. Like, I just dump it all. I mean, in all of the Mimi, hey honey, we are just coming in. Tell me what's going on. How was your week? How you doing? What do you want to talk about? You guys know how we do for this. It's your time. I'm here for you. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever questions you have, however I can help you, I got you. You have me until it is prayer time. And then, like, so these were like some simple planners that I just grabbed from Amazon, honestly. And I just realized I have so many. I mean, then I have a whole nother menu. Like, I have so many. And so that's why I created my own planner, so that I could just put it all in one spot and put it together. But I think I was thinking about what you were saying. You were talking about how, okay, so in the housework. So I don't have it. Like, get a basic piece of paper and then, like, do like this, right? Down the middle, and then 1, 2. And then just do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like that, right? And then write down what it is you need to do for that day. Like, what day do you do your laundry? What day do you do, honey, you're supposed to be asleep. It's the unedited version. What day do you do your laundry? What day do you do your grocery pickup? What day do you do your shopping? Like, assign every single day something that you're going to do. And by doing something every day, you're not tired, you're not as burnt out, and you just probably have more energy to do the things you need to do because you know what you're going to do for that day. So that's it for your housework. As far as your kids go, honestly, just give them all the love that you can give them, and pray that the Most High makes up the difference. Like, real talk though, like, maybe tomorrow you can have a game day. Maybe you can do like cards, or like I said, game. For us, sometimes it's popcorn and a movie, or like maybe you can bake together. Maybe you can make pancakes together. So something that you can do together, that you're saying to them, I see you, I love you, I'm here, I appreciate, you loving me, you loving me this week. And then I think something that we don't talk about a lot as parents, and I'm going to get to the other comments and to all the things everybody else is saying too, is that I'm sorry. I messed up. Like, I had a bad day. I'm sorry. Should I let this tripod higher? Yeah, I'm sorry. I had a bad day. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have yelled at you. Like, parents don't always have it right. And so sometimes we just have to say to our children, I'm sorry. I made a mistake, or whatever the case may be. So that's your homemaking, writing that list of what you need to do and figuring out. And I know people do like Tidy Tuesday, and toss it Thursday, and wash it Wednesday, right? And like make it Monday, and like they just do all these things to help them remember it so they can get it done. So that's your house, that's your kids. You said self-care, you weren't getting into your self-care, you weren't taking care of yourself. Listen, Get yourself a bubble bath. I'm going to do a giveaway. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a giveaway. I got to figure out some details. I speak and then figure it out later. So that one of you guys can have like a few spot items, and that'll be really good for self-care. But until then, if you win or not, like seriously, what is your favorite lotion? Put that on. Like, what is your favorite candle? If you have it, burn it. What is your favorite aromatherapy? You know, maybe the self-care for you could be getting in the shower and getting in the bed. Maybe it could be getting a bath and getting in bed. Like your favorite drink. Like, I don't drink like not anyway. But like I like these sparkling waters, so that's something that I like to do for myself. And like I have a particular snack. Like I like the little vegan ice cream sandwiches. You guys be seeing me in my Sabbath preps eating them and sneaking them. That's like my that's my guilty treasure. And so like anyway, any of those things like will help and work, and that's a way that you can get time for you. But if you're feeling empty like that, I think it first comes from you not being filled. And so if you can join us back on a prayer, or just make time in the mornings for yourself to either exercise, for you to read, for you to do something that fills you up, because you really can't pour from an empty cup. All right, I hope that was helpful, but I just don't want you to feel discouraged. Like it happens. We all, even I, sometimes feel like I'm failing. Am I really failing? No. But do I feel like it? Yes. Are you really failing? No. It was just a day. All right. I have to go get a hysterectomy sometime soon. I don't have kids. I'm trying to reconcile the feelings of failure, and it's not even an option. I would love to adopt though, so I'm not completely bummed. Oh, love. No. I don't want you to have feelings of failure. And you know what? We are like told to like love the orphans and stuff. And I did foster care for a year and a half, and we actually signed up again to be foster parents. But I was like on the list for like a whole year to get a girl, and I never got a girl. So the point is, there are a lot of children who would be honored to have you as a mom. And I think a beautiful thing about the situation is my children didn't get to pick me. I didn't get to pick my children. Like, they just got me and I just got them, in a sense like that. And so the beautiful thing about like adoption and fostering is that you get to pick the child. So it's so special, and that'll be like such a turning point and such a special part in their lives. But we will definitely be praying for you. And I just love to encourage you and just love on you. Mariah, I just completed a Daniel fast, whoop, whoop, because I felt so all over the place. Listen, unfocused and needed wisdom and guidance. I'm catching up on everything since I've been off social media. Yeah, those Daniel fasts are amazing. And actually, I'm glad that you said that, because I wanted to share that with both At Home with Troy and with my other friend, with the Mrs. No, that was saying that you felt like you were failing this week. Another way is just really to reset your life, is just to do a fast and just to do a cleanse and just kind of really just seek the Lord. That's a really great way too, because he gives us strength, and like he gives us power, and something that we can't give to ourselves. It comes from him. Okay, keep me prayer, my back and body. I want that word you use, that Yah did it for you. Pray for favor at work. My boss was tough on me, and they had the heat on all day, and machines have heat on them. Oh, this is Yosef. Hey, Yosef. How you doing? How's your wife doing? How's she doing? Okay, but your back is still hurting. So, all right. Well, Yosef, we're actually early for the prayer. The prayer is actually at 12. And so now we're just talking, chatting, sharing. Everybody's telling me how their week is going, how they're doing. And it's just more of an informal time to just gather together and be together. But I'll definitely lift you up at prayer tonight. We are always praying for you. And I don't know. We'll be praying in about 40 minutes or so. So sorry you're feeling down, Felicia. As they say, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. Try to accomplish a few things a day or even one thing an hour if it gets overwhelming. Yes, that is absolutely good. And I talked about that in one video. Like, if you just write, well, I talk about it in a lot of videos. That's why I was saying, like, when you do that grid for your house, I stopped because I didn't, anyway. One thing that I always say is, what are my top 3 things? If I don't get anything else done in this entire day, what 3 things do I have to do right now? And then that is the first thing that I work on, or the first 3 things I work on. And whatever else gets done or doesn't get done, I mean, I can't control that. But if you just even say that, and maybe 3 starting out is too much, maybe 2 is too much, what, like she said, what one thing can I do today? You know, we have to just start. But you're in the right place because you got people that are encouraging you and that are with you. And when we get back on when I get off here and stuff, or maybe not today, but tomorrow, I'll tag you in that you got to read through all the stuff, like, and see, so that you can see the challenges and stuff, because that's going to help you. Like, it helped me, because honestly, I struggle with like, sometimes in the seasons, when the seasons change, particularly like the winter, I've shared, like, it's no secret, like, I've shared here on my channel, like, the winters have always been hard for me traditionally. Like, it's hard to wake up early. I just want to sleep. I'm tired. I just don't have as much energy. My vitamin D is lower. And at home with Troy, that's another thing too. If you have low energy, and you are eating the right things, and you're getting, your sleep, and all those things like that, you might have a vitamin. I'm no doctor, nothing like that, but when I was just like so tired, and I was like, oh my goodness, I just told my doctor, like, listen, doctor, this can't be normal. And we checked my vitamin D, and I'm just gonna tell you what she said. She said, you have the lowest vitamin D I have ever seen. I cannot believe that you're even, like, doing what you're doing. She was like, I cannot believe this is even, she didn't say can't believe this is possible, but she might as well have said it. Like, that's what she was saying. Like, she's never seen that ever. And my vitamin D was low, and I didn't even know it. But it makes sense, right? Because the sun's not shining. So, Lady Grace Norma, no, I don't make the prayer shawls, but they are definitely a nice addition to have. I like that for your list. Got you, Yosef FM. Hey. Yes, that was helpful. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I always want to be helpful. Okay, Melissa, could you please pray for me that God will intervene in my court case? My name is Melissa. Okay. I will write that down, Melissa, but I was sharing, I know it looks a little confusing because I went live on my public page and not my private community. I did it by mistake, but I just wanted to let everybody who wanted to come on just kind of have a place to hang out and be open and free to talk about and share whatever's going on, because the way we do it here is we all love and encourage each other, and it's just such a phenomenal community, and most of us know each other by name and situation, all the things. Prayer is actually at 12 o'clock, but I will write it down along with Yosef as well. And then, I mean, when we start with the prayer, you can just hop on there. All right. Intervene in court case. So I've got that. Okay, Mimi. Hey, love. What are the perimeters of a Daniel fast? Yes. Okay. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe I haven't done a video on a Daniel fast. I did just share a couple days ago, like, how to fast, how to get closer to God, to Yah. But have I isolated it to the Daniel fast? I don't know. But I have done the Daniel fast pretty much every year for the past 16 years. And essentially, the Daniel fast is taken typically from the story of the Hebrew boys, and when they turned down the king's food and his plates, and they said, after this time is over, we'll look better, we'll be stronger, as if we ate the king's foods. And so they ate fruits and vegetables. That's typically what they would eat during a Daniel fast. Now, I think we have kind of changed things a little bit. So we eat like Ezekiel bread because that's like sprouted grains. I think we do like barley and wheat and things like that. But basically, it's nothing processed, nothing refined, nothing unnatural, like back in the day food. Just like raw, like if you know anything about like raw. But yeah, it's just a really good way to detox your body. From in the natural standpoint, and in the spiritual standpoint, it's just a really great way to connect with the Most High, to just make time for Him, to hear Him, to have Him move in your life. Sometimes if you have different situations and things going on, you say, I want to fast to get clarity, I want to fast so that He'll move for me, all kinds of things. And then I've done a 7-day no water fast before. And then did I do 7-day no water? I think I did 6 days no water. Anyway, it was a mixture of one with no water, one with water, and then I've done some with just juices. But yeah, essentially the Daniel fast is just abstaining from eating anything outside of fruits and vegetables overall, and just drinking water and praying, and maybe denying yourself some things that you want, decreasing yourself so that you can hear more of you. You're so welcome. Miss Ryan, my light-filled journey, Shabbat Shalom, says, thank you for sharing your time with us. Absolutely. I am here live almost every Friday right before the prayer, and so it's absolutely fine. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad that you're here. Ashley, hey girl. I saw your comment, but I didn't get to comment earlier about your daughter said about that she saw the challenge, and anyway, that was just really exciting. So hi everyone. That one thing that helped me in a discipline course I took, write down your top 3 things. You can write down the things you need to get done, where you need to be for the week. Yep. Actually, there's confirmation. I just said the exact same thing. So yep. Y'all, I'm 32 and having hot flashes. My car temperature is getting whiplash. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're having a hard time. We love you. Ashley, you can write down your habits for the week that are good, like morning prayer, maybe meditate 2 to 3 times a week, or devotion prayer throughout the week. You start this at the beginning of the week and it's helpful. Yes. Kanisha Beauty, good night. Good night, love. I hope that you sleep well. I wish I had saw before you left. I would have asked you, how are you doing? How was your week? I can't see who's on here. You guys aren't talking tonight like you normally do. What's going on? Maybe because we're not private. I'm gonna make sure you guys can see me and hear me well. So who haven't I heard from? How's everybody else? How was your do you have any videos on healthier meals and snacks? I think I do. I mean, in every video, I typically share us making meals and us doing things. And I do have some raw. Oh, you know what? I think I do have a video on like what I ate during my Daniel fast one year. So I don't know, maybe search Daniel fast or search. Oh, I think it was what I ate on my raw week. So maybe I didn't say Daniel fast, but raw and Daniel fast is pretty much the same thing. So, but what things are you like wanting like ideas for? Like, tell me what you're doing that you don't want to do. Maybe there's a good replacement for it as far as snacks go. Like, for people who eat corn or non-GMO corn. Popcorn's always something that's good and healthy, and fruits, and of course, just like raw veggies. So my kids are getting to a point now where they're just kind of like not wanting to eat that, and I'm like, listen. But that's what, I've always done for them. I've always done like veggies and fruits and popcorn and granola bars and granolas, yogurts, things like that. It's been a week of spiritual attacks for me, but I've been praying and praising my way through it. Yeah, Mimi, I think a lot of people are saying that they're experiencing some spiritual attacks. Yeah, I think the beautiful thing is knowing that no weapon formed against us, will prosper, and that even though the weapons are formed, like they're not going to prosper. They're formed, they're not prospering. Like we are victorious. Like we're victorious in Him, and so yeah. But I think, but it's hard, and that's the thing. It's like we know by faith, like right, and like our faith tells us that it's well with our souls. Like we're gonna be okay, all the things. But um, internally, it's like, Lord, I'm having a hard time right now. I'm having a hard time with this, and so for me, like I was at prayer every day this week, and I love prayer. I don't miss it. But I was not as early as I wanted to be. And now I want to go back to my friend that was said she felt like she was failing. And I was really being hard on myself, like, prayer is at 6 and I'm there at 6, but I said that I want to be there at 5:55. So if people have a prayer request, if people have like a praise report, if people have a testimony, they have the time to share it. They can just like talk to each other, have time with each other, love on each other. And I just can't get there. Like for the whole 2 weeks, I haven't been there at 5:55 exactly. Like it's 5:56 or 5:57, and it's like, why is it so hard? And before, I'd be sitting here waiting like 10 minutes before. So, I mean, I know it's probably not the same, but whether it's the same example, like thing that you feel or not, it's the point that it left me feeling like, oh, I'm failing. But am I really failing that I didn't get there a couple minutes before? That's the extra. Or am I winning because I just showed up? And so something I've been saying here on this channel for a long time is when you just show up, you win. And so I think it's so important not to be too hard on ourselves. And I'm not saying like, here's a grace ticket, like go do any and everything you want to do, and like, you have a free pass. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is like, do your best and do what you can. And then, I mean, we can't control it all, and like certain things we can't change, and we have to really know like the time and the season and what's going on, in our lives. And one of the things that we did a lot when we used the ward off, like just anyway, it's just with seasons, we know how to maneuver with them. And so with the summer, of course, you're up earlier, you're staying up later because it doesn't get dark to what, like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. But when it's the winter, which is the season that we're in, it literally will, here where I live at 6 o'clock, it could be like the same darkness that it is now at 11. And so the way you maneuver and operate in the summer, in the fall, even in the spring, is not the way that you maneuver in the winter. And for the longest, I wanted to just keep living my life like it's still spring and summer and fall, but it's not. It's winter. It's a different time of the year. It's a different season, and our bodies need something different. Like even with foods, like we're not really eating we're not going to the garden getting fresh whatever and eating it. No, we're not. We're making fresh juices and smoothies. We're not doing that. Why? Because it's not available. So even with diets in the winter time, like that is the time literally where we have soups and hot stuff and hot drinks and teas and comfort. And like it's something, I'm looking at my blanket, it's something about putting those blankets on us and cuddling up with movies. That's the time to watch movies. Like that's the time to watch movies and just relax and just unwind. So even seasonally, one of the biggest things I had to tell myself was you can't operate, like I said already, you can't operate like you do in other seasons. And so I think we have to be aware of that. Like, I don't hear a lot of people talk about that, but it's so real and so true. Especially people like me who have a lot of things to do and a lot of things they want to do. My body needs like a break at some point. And the winter is the time where typically our bodies need and want breaks. And we have to just give it to them. All right, my little domestic church, I love your content. Thank you. I'm going to be getting back to making some videos soon. But I have been creating behind the scenes and making sure that I balance everything and all that stuff. So I'll be back with some stuff soon. Okay, yes, same here, Mimi. One dream, there was weird things happening, and I was praying in my dream. One I had last night was of an ex-brother-in-law, and oddly, and layer my hands. Oh, and oddly, I laid my hands on his heart and prayed. Work has been exhausting. This is another person. Work has been exhausting, but I feel called to do more. I have to talk to my boss about it. My strength is in the Lord. What do you think you feel called? What is this more that you think you've been called to? You said, I think I feel called to do more. Do you mind sharing that? What more you feel like? All right, the first dream seemed demonic. Oh. Mimi said it's been weird lately. Every time the Most High teaches me something, I get tested on it immediately. Oh. Ashley, that is very strange. Definitely an attack. We need to pray and bind that up. Praying for you, Mimi, as well as everyone else. Same here, Ashley. We're having some dreams. Let me reread the first one. One dream, there was weird things happening and I was praying. And then the one I had last night, you were putting on your brother-in-law's heart and praying. So what else is going on? Are you guys getting your exercise in? Like, are you guys getting enough sleep? Because I know we're up late. We're up because we're going to have prayer soon. And I know we're like on different time zones. But are you guys making sure that you're getting your sleep? No. At least you're honest. I haven't either. So I'm guilty like you. I'm guilty too. I haven't been getting my sleep. I'm going to work on that though. That's why I took my paper and I was like, okay, what is happening in my life right now? Like, again, I'm going to keep saying it. I feel like we don't talk about enough. Like, one thing about me is I'm going to protect my mental health. I'm going to protect my spirit. Like, I am going to protect, like, and guard at all times. And so it's like almost every week I'm literally sitting saying, okay, what went well, what didn't go well, how can we fix what didn't go well, you know, how can I celebrate what did go well. And then because I'm a creative person, I have all these ideas of all these things I want to do, and it's like, Christy, you can't do all that. You don't have the time for all that. So, yeah. It's just important for us to set those boundaries for ourselves and just make sure, like, most of us are saying we haven't been getting enough sleep. And not only that, but not exercising. And that's not good. Like, because we take care of everybody else, we have to take care of ourselves too. Like, it's so important. And I know I'm not really leading by example right now. It's because I'm working on a project. But once I'm done with the project, I'm going to get back to being in the bed by 9 because I wake up at 4. And I can definitely feel a difference when I'm not getting my exercise in. I don't like that. But Mimi, at least you've gone for walks. Don't say, but that's about it. Like, that's a big accomplishment. You've gone for walks. Yes, that's something to celebrate. Like, we celebrate that. That's a small win, a small victory, and that's amazing. The small victories encourage us to make bigger victories and to continue to push forward, and that's good. Okay. She said, a lot of times I wake and feel like I have to pray, and sometimes I feel like the Lord wants me to spend time with Him. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. He might be like getting your attention so that you can spend time with Him. That's amazing. That really is amazing. Okay. Shanice, she said, I've been doing well with the challenge, but I've been struggling with how to use my gifts. Oh, let's talk about it. Okay, first of all, kudos to you. You're leading the way right now because your leader is not getting her sleep and she's not extra. Well, yeah, I haven't been getting my sleep and I haven't been exercising well, let me say it this way. I haven't been exercising like I want to. And let me step off for a second. Sometimes we can't do things the way we want to, but it doesn't mean that we're not getting things done. It just means not the way we want. So am I on my mat and on my bike and with my weights and stuff? No. But have I been doing other things? Absolutely, every single day. It's just not what I want. And so I think that that's like a key point to point out and just to talk about really quick, that even when things are not going the way you want, or you feel like you're not being successful and productive and all the things, just remember, like, it may not be what you want it to be. It may not look how you want it to look, but that doesn't mean that you're not successful or productive, and it doesn't define your success. It just means that there are other ways. So, struggling with how to use the gifts. There's no set career path, but I'm into creative arts. I've been frustrated and it feels like a silent season. Well, can I tell you something as another creative person? You know, I'm all about that creativity. You think about it, again, back to seasons and back to times and the season that we're in this winter. I mean, I think, well, I'm not going to say where you live at. I'm going to say that publicly, but I know that certain people who live in different places have a different climate. But there's some people who, it's really cold. They have snow and it's just like miserable. And so, um, you know, let nature teach us. What is nature doing right now? Like the earth, let's say it that way. I have perennials, but you know what they're doing? They're resting. They're sleeping. You know, this is the time just to really rest and to slow down. And I feel like this is a time for people to just reflect and recoup and get their strength and energy, because when the spring comes, especially for gardeners, it's like full speed ahead and you're moving so fast and at the speed of lightning, all the things. And so this is really a good time to slow down and just rest. And so many people get burnt out literally from the spring and the summer and the fall. So the winter is just a time to just really refresh and to get new ideas. Silent seasons are good. They're not what we want, but they're good. They teach us a lot. They help us grow. I'm not sure exactly yet. Maybe working full-time wherever my boss needs me. This is all very recent, so I need to pray about it. Yeah, definitely pray about it. Don't make a move, especially like job-wise like that, or really anything, without trying to pray first. I definitely suggest like just really trying to pray for everything before you do anything, because I know for me, sometimes I can be like, oh yeah, and then I think about it and I'm like, yeah, that wasn't a good idea. I shouldn't have agreed to that. Like, why did I say yes to that? Like, that didn't make sense. Okay. Oh wait, there's a missed one. It says yes and no. I've been trying to go to bed early. Sometimes in morning prayer, I drag myself out of bed and lay loud and listen. Other days I'm up praying and I'm doing things around the house. That's what I'm saying. Like, that it's this season. It's okay. If you're up early and you're praying, that's good. And if, you have to drag yourself on other days, it's okay too. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, we have those days. I mean, maybe someone else is gonna tell you something else, but I'm gonna tell you what I feel is true. I'm gonna tell you my experience, um, from perspective of having teenagers, being a mommy of a lot of people, even just with my husband and myself. Like, there are some days where that alarm comes and I'm like, yeah, it's time to wake up. Mm-mm. If you knew me in life, you'll be laughing because I literally wake up like, hey, it's a party, and I walk through the house singing songs. My kids are probably like, shut up. They never tell me that, but they're probably thinking that, like, lady, you're just doing too much. And I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Um, and then other times I'm like, Lord, I really need extra strength today. And I don't drink coffee. So I, I'm just going to say, I think it's okay. And I think it's typical. And I think it's typical for this season. I haven't been exercising lately like I usually do, but Monday I'm getting back at it. Me too. So we're doing this together. I encourage you, and you're going to encourage me because I'm going to get that workout in. But I think when I looked on a scale, I think I'm still losing weight. So that's why I said, even though I'm not doing what I want to do, what I'm doing, I think, is counting. And listen, when y'all are cleaning those, that's a lot of calories. People don't, we don't want to talk about that, but it's a lot of calories. Okay. Yes to the small wins. You can write down the things you did do. Yes. And look back at the week, at all those little things that add up. Oh, I love that. It's been a beautiful week, honestly, praying and worshiping. I love it. I love that so, so much. I really do. And you know what? I've done that before because sometimes, like I said, when I look at, and I have another one, I have a third one, and then I have the menu thing. Sometimes when I look at, these things and they're full, it's like, oh my goodness. It's like there's, and then like some of them have the checks and some of them don't, and then I feel pressure to get the other check marks off. So I love the idea of maybe even a separate planner to just write only what I did, because I feel like what I did is so much more encouraging than what I didn't get to do and what I didn't do. Um, I've been working on my pride and my thoughts and trying to be like Jesus in those areas. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good thing because pride is not good for us. And it will definitely. Okay. How exactly do you guard your mental health and spirit? You seem to be very happy and upbeat person. I'm not like that. I tend to be oversensitive. I need to guard my spirit more. Ashley, you're speaking to my heart right now. I struggle with being prideful, arrogant. I pray about it every day. Well, first of all, I just love the raw and openness of it. Um, it's definitely something to get in check, because the Bible tells us that pride comes before a man's fall. But the fact that you're just like able to say, like, that's my struggle, that is just such a beautiful thing. And I think the way to combat that is just humility, just taking a humble place and esteeming others, right, higher than yourselves. Like when you would want to speak, maybe not speaking, or when you would want to do it or have it, maybe letting somebody else have it or do it, just like thinking about somebody else. That to me, that's kind of taking a humble route. That's kind of esteeming someone else. Um, there's probably a lot more things, but I can't think of them at the moment about just pride. I won't say names, but I have some people in my family that struggle with pride, and yeah, it's a hard thing. Um, and I know someone said they struggle with arrogance. And so the Most High has been convicting me every time I speak from a place of pride. Is there a way I can privately message you? Hmm. Yeah, you can private message me. And in the membership, you can message me there. It's less people as well. What do I struggle with? I don't struggle with pride and arrogance, but I think I struggle with um, hmm. Maybe I would say contentment. Maybe I would say I struggle with contentment. Or that has been my struggle. I feel like I've been working on that thing for goodness gracious. Over 10 years. So I feel like I finally got to a place where I've got it under control. And that's a beautiful thing to me. It's taken a lot of years. So, I mean, I share that to say, like, we all have something. Like, no one's perfect. And it doesn't matter to me, like, how long it takes you, as long as you get it. If it takes you 10 years to work on pride, it'll just be 10 years. I'm going to continually work. Every day I'm going to be working at it. Every day I'm going to be trying. If it takes 10 years to work on, what was the other one? Arrogance, then hey, for 10 years I'll work on that. But I think for me, as long as you are working on it, if you're actively working on it, should it have taken me 10 years or more than 10 years to work on contentment? No. But I mean, if I can be honest, like, why should I lie about it? It took me a long time. And I don't know why. And I think I think it kind of comes from me, my particular situation. I think contentment sometimes comes from comparison, and not in the way we think. And it's easy for people to tell you, like, oh, don't compare, but they're on the other side of it, right? So I'll give you an example real quick, and I'll see if you guys have any more messages or questions and stuff. And then we're actually going to get ready for prayer for those that are, I don't know, should I tell me, guys, in the comments, should we close out this live and then open up saying prayer so that people know specifically? Yeah, I posted in the membership, but I think I didn't hit post. So I think that's how the prayer didn't, I mean, how this live didn't end up in the private community, but it ended up here publicly, which is fine. But so I think that we probably should title it, we should probably end and come back. Would you guys be gracious to me? I think I'm borderline tired because there was something I was going to say and I lost my train of thought. And I didn't want to forget it because it was important. Oh, I know. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay, I know. That was good too. So people that tell us, like, oh, don't compare and you're comparing all this, it's because they're on the other side of the path. So one day I went out to eat with my sister, right? Now listen to this. We ordered the exact same meal at the exact same place, at the exact same table. Her plate comes and it's like double the size of mine, yet we're both being charged the same price. See, this is side of Graceful. Y'all don't see. I was heated. Like, I don't care that she got a big plate. I just care that I didn't, that I got a little plate, you know? It's like, I'm happy for her, but I'm sad for me. I'm sad for me. It's like, and I know that this shouldn't matter, but I'm just being real and transparent. It's like, she has and has everything and, you know, la 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 la. And here I am. I don't even get to go out to eat often, just like a couple times a year. And then I get this little tiny thing and I'm mad. I'm smiling, but inside I'm like, see, Lord, like, this is what I'm talking about. And you know, and it's not like the food is cheap, you know. And I just get this little bit of da 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 da. So I have to tell myself, Christy, all things without murmuring and complaining. And I find, like, it will be easy for her to say, oh, don't complain. No, she didn't, but I'm just saying, if she did, I could understand, right? Because see, you trying to imagine me mad. I'm just like, I cannot believe this. It's funny. My son, he tells me, he said, Mama's sweet as pie, but I'm not. Anyway. So when I'm mad, I'm like, I cannot believe this. And that's my man. I try to be like, you know, and it just don't work. Anyway, it's easy for you when you have hundreds of thousands of, you know, you make 100, whatever, and you have this big plate and you have all these things. It's easy for you to tell me, oh, be happy, be joyful. What? So anyway, that's just something that and that same thing has happened so many times. Like, Lord, are you trying to be funny? Like, is this a joke and am I the butt end of the joke? Like, I talk to him like that because I'm like, this does not make sense to me. Like, why are they getting so much in me so little? So it's something that I've been working on, and every time I think I've got it, I something comes up and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't have it yet. Put me. That's why I be saying in prayer, put me back on the wheel, Lord. I mean, that hasn't happened in a long time. That's so. Listen, what you see is growth. What you see is like after years of like, and now if somebody else gets a bigger plate than me, we both paid the same price or whatever the case may be. I'm just like, you know what? Yes. So anyway, let me see what else you guys are saying. You guys laughing at me. Hi, Ebony, a lady of grace. Hey. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wanted to talk to you and see how you were doing and love on you. You know how we do. We got to see how each other are. But it's time to pray, so I got to get off. So Ebony, like, click all of you. Click off, and I probably should charge my phone. Click off, and we are gonna pray. Let's pray. Let's pray and talk about all the things. But I'm so glad that before we pray, we just get to chit chat and be loose and free and raw and real and vulnerable. You get to laugh at me and hear stories. And hopefully, if you shared something, you were encouraged. And if you requested prayer, even though it wasn't prayer time, that you know that we're gonna pray for you. And I hope you just felt that your time was not wasted and that you enjoyed the time that we got to spend together. And you guys were like holding back on me and like reserved. So I don't know. We have to talk about that. Like what happened tonight? But no, I enjoyed being here with you guys. I love you so much. So let me get my prayer shawl. I'll close off here and I'll see you back if you're coming back for prayer. I love you. And if not, I'll see you over in the community tabs and or on my next video. So you always know I say here, you can do a lot with a little. And until the next video, blessings.